Garage. Lease money gets a new lease on life.
We have been garageless for quite some time.
We have been garageless, absolutely.
Yeah, we lost the shop, got some cool projects along the way.
We have piles and piles of cool projects and tools, and now
they have a home. Welcome to Hot Rod Garage. Just in case you forgot, I'm Alex Taylor, and I'm joined here by Lucky Costa.
hello, and welcome to our new Hot Rod Garage.
It says it on the wall.
It's painted.
It's ours. So I think we kind of played the system just a little bit because remember we named our Nova here Lease Money because we didn't have a shop, but now we have a shop and a car.
We worked the system.
I think we worked the system. So if you guys remember, the goal with this whole project is to make a very streetable race car that we're going to do in stages and get to a very nice finish point one day. The plan kind of took a little bit of a turn on the trajectory that we were wanting to go because when we took it out to the track, it presented a couple of issues.
Yeah, one of them was almost not getting to the track.
That was a problem.
That was a small issue.
Yeah. Didn't perform exactly how we wanted to. We wanted to get it to a point where we could work on suspension in this episode and we would be able to have a baseline to compare. The problem was that we didn't have a good enough comparison because it didn't have power. It wasn't even hardly using the suspension. We didn't get a lot of information.
We just needed just enough horsepower to make the suspension work.
We can fix that though.
We couldn't pull it off that day though.
We couldn't.
Yeah.
We can fix that though, and we're going to because we have some engine upgrades we're gonna make.
Right.
Keep in mind, this isn't the engine that's gonna be in this forever. It's not the long term.
The test motor.
It's a test motor.
Right.
We have plenty of other stuff to do to the car. So we're gonna do cam and lifters because we had a mystery cam in it.
Right. It works out well because we had a mystery torque converter in it too.
It did. We had a mystery torque converter because we had a transmission on loan until we got our Gearstar Turbo 400.
Right.
That piece is sitting behind us now, and now there's also a torque converter that matches the cam specs for this engine.
If we don't bolt that to something pretty quick, it's gonna disappear.
I'm taking it. It's going with me. If not,
Me.
you are closer. It's kind of a midway step as we work through the car. We're gonna do some chassis upgrades, suspension upgrades, and actually get to test it now.
Right, as soon as we have enough horsepower under the hood.
Yeah, horsepower, transmission, rear end,
Right.
and then track time in Bakersfield and really get a good baseline on it. And with that, I think it's time to work.
Ready?
Yeah.
Let's go.
1, he throws me off every 2, 1, cool.
Last time we were under the hood, we sort of rolled the dice. Like, yeah, you know, it looks okay.
Looks good.
Could be fine.
So in an effort to try to make a little bit more power, get something that we can actually test with, we're going to take the radiator out, the front pieces out, take a lot of stuff out, drain fluid.
Yes, we're gonna unbolt everything attached to the core support.
Yep.
We're gonna then unbolt everything on the front of the engine.
Correct.
And then we're going to unbolt everything on top of the engine.
That's about right.
And then we're gonna take everything off the sides of the engine.
Yeah, so basically the only thing we're leaving in is the block. We're doing everything we can to not make a mess on the new floor.
You are?
You are too.
Oh yeah, I am.
He is, but we are gonna have to because this radiator does not have a drain on it anywhere.
Honestly, who builds a radiator and doesn't put a petcock on it to drain it?
So we're gonna pull the hose off. It's probably gonna make a mess, and it's gonna be the christening of the shop.
These hoses have been on here for a long time.
Yeah, they are cooked on there.
Yeah, I hear it running, but where?
It's running in the bucket right now.
Is it?
Yep.
Well, let me see if I can move that.
Oh, you jerk.
I didn't mean to do it.
You did.
I did. As the water pressure has changed, I'm inadvertently not making a mess right now. But I'm pretty sure the mess is made.
Gotcha.
What was that? Is that me? That was me. I don't think that's funny at all. stand back. I don't know where this is gonna go.
Here, I'll get the bucket. You stay there, don't dump it. Okay. Tell me, Lucky, what are you gonna do?
I'm going to give me a T.
T.
Give me another T.
Handle.
T. Oh, okay. Hey, so remember when we were trying to set the timing?
And we couldn't quite figure it
We
out.
were doing the clue thing.
I mean-
Big cam, obviously, because that was a vacuum reservoir.
Wrong.
There's marks on the balancer and on the timing indicator. That must be top dead center. Maybe it's just not quite accurate.
Wrong.
Absolutely. So we were looking at the marks on the balancer. Somebody put a red mark here.
It's an attempt at a mark. It's more of a splotch.
Yeah, exactly. And then they did a little smudge right here. This is where we were trying to get the timing to be. And you know what? That is 32 degrees advanced because there's 0 right there.
Which would make sense.
Total advance.
Yeah.
So into the throttle, higher RPM, it should be 32 degrees advanced total, locked out at 32. However, we crank it back to top dead center. Watch the piston as it comes up to the very top.
Come on, muscles. Oh, right there.
Right there. Well, pretty close.
Close. Like,
Yeah.
well, it's not exact right there.
Yeah.
You're getting the idea that we're...
So that's true top dead center. We're pretty close to it. So yeah, we probably could have found a little bit more timing, but I will say when we were at the track, they pulled a bunch of timing out, they put a bunch of timing in. Something's still breaking up.
We are getting a little bit more information on the motor. We can see that it's pretty fresh.
It is. There's like just, I believe the carbon in here we put there.
I think so. We can see part numbers on pistons, so we're gonna figure out what our combination is and get ready to put a cam in it, put new lifters, put new springs, just so that way we know what we have and we know that all that combination is matched together. All right, so in preparation to make sure our parts are ready and good to go, we pulled out our one set of our flat tappet hydraulic lifters that were in the engine already. And before I pulled them out and didn't label them because I didn't know if we'd have to put them back, wanted to check our new parts that we have from Isky. So these are hydraulic roller lifters. You can see the roller here, flat tappet here, but they're both hydraulic. Something to check and note is that you can see the body height, which this is the lifter body right here. You can see the height is different on both of those. That's not really the part that's so concerning for maybe having to buy new parts. What you want to check is the seat height. So the seat height is right here where the push rod seats. If this was sitting on the cam lobe, the push rod is sitting in this seat. Then you have the rocker right here. That's gonna change. If this is a shorter seat height or a higher, it's gonna change how long you need your push rod to be. So we did get new shorter push rods because as you can see, with the bottoms lined up, this seat height is higher than this seat height, which means for our new lifters, we're gonna need shorter push rods. Isky did a really good job of figuring out what we needed with the little information we could give them because it was all just an educated guess. We didn't know if they were flat tappet, roller, we knew nothing about it. So, really close. The shorter push rod is a lot closer than this would have been. However, we need just a little bit longer push rods. So I'm going to call Isky, get those ready, get those here, and we will be good to put this thing together. It's not, this is in the way.
Okay, so what's the problem, Alex Taylor?
We are missing, pulling it out by a smidge.
So I see that the valance is in the way.
By a smidge.
If somebody would have just maybe made a couple of small incisions on here.
Oh, but they did.
We didn't do this, just so you know. Now we can just doctor this right up.
I think that's a smidge enough. That's a smidge enough. Oh, we could have done it without messing up the paint. It's not gonna work. That does not work.
So we can put that back, and this grill.
My guy, I feel like we're taking the wrong part off.
I think we're pretty close here.
Oh, we got 4 more bolts.
I bet you we can get away with just the bottom 2.
Bottom 3.
Bottom 3.
No.
Do it.
No.
Do it, Alex.
No.
Do it. Doesn't look like it needs to be very much.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Wow.
Hammer. Did you just wow me?
I did. This hurts.
I see. Oh, you know what? That's why I saw more, because we were going underneath that. Yeah, this is going to be a pull front body panels off. Nobody wants to do that.
Sometimes you just have to let
You just have to learn. You just
come
have
up with the idea on its own.
What's on the back of this thing that's preventing?
Whole nother gear, dog.
Look at that lobe.
Not a gear, but a main. Dude, oh my God.
Doesn't make any sense to me. Why?
It makes a lot of sense.
Okay, great. Full motor mounts.
So lots of different methods.
Oh, I'm sorry, are you talking?
Lots of different methods were had. I'll give Lucky credit. He's trying to save time. We didn't, but we have a plan now. We're gonna take motor mounts loose, lift it up, get enough clearance, and we're gonna call this one done because Lucky's sweating over here. It is time for a cam comparison. The cool part about cams and the interesting part is this one looks very similar to this one. So this is the cam that came out of the car. Once we pulled it out, we were able to look at a part number that is engraved on the back. I was able to send it over to Iski because it's an Iski cam, and I said, give me the specs. So we can do some numbers here. So this is a flat tappet hydraulic cam. So the profile is different for that versus over here, which is a roller hydraulic cam. You can see here that the lobe is actually much rounder, which this is a hydraulic roller lifter profile, versus here, where you have a much more peaked cam lobe, which is for the flat tappet for the lifters that were in it. The benefit of the roller lifter is that you get more time for the lifter to do its job and for more air to get into the cylinder. So that's a benefit of having a hydraulic profile. You've got a much wider ramp there. But now let's talk numbers. So the cam has very similar lift from the old one to the new one, but some of the notable points about the new cam is it has about 8 degrees more duration on the intake valve and 12 degrees more on the exhaust valve, advertised duration. That means that we're getting about 800 to 1,000 RPM higher peak RPM range. We also have a wider lobe center. So this one over here is 110 versus 108 on the old cam. What does that translate to? So that means that we're getting a broader RPM range. So we're opening up that window of power and RPM. Over here with the new cam, we aren't losing anything from the bottom end that we had with this cam, but we are gaining it in the mid-range and the high range. This is gonna help us continue to pull down track. We're not gonna have that fall on its face. Something that's really cool, and I highly suggest, is when you're looking for a cam, or maybe you have a cam and you have a specific problem, talk to your cam manufacturer. Get your cam for the combination that you have, and that is it. That's our comparison for today. Comparison for today. Have a good day.
Is there enough room in here? Will this go through clearly?
This is looking better than it did yesterday. I'm not gonna lie.
You're welcome.
I might recover.
Yeah.
Hallelujah. Look at that. All right, cam is in. We have to put the cam gear on chain. It's almost time for our divorce party.
Trial separation.
Trial separation.
Okay.
Lucky's gonna go work on mini tubs. I'm gonna work on the heads.
All right. We'll get through this.
We're gonna make it.
That's a dud. We've been doing a lot of talking about mini tubbing, making more space. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Frame rail is in here. This is floor, this is wheel well. Car was manufactured with a tire about that wide. We want to put one about that wide in there. Obviously, it's not going to fit. We're going to do different shock mounts. We're going to relocate these springs in just a little bit because they're almost parallel to the frame rail as it is. We move the spring plate over, cut all this out, put a second wheel well inside using half of the stock wheel well and then an aftermarket wheel well from Detroit Speed welded to the floor on the insides. Good amount of cutting, which I really enjoy, and a good amount of welding, which I really enjoy. So let's cut it out. That's it. Okay, so the rear end housing is out. I'm gonna have to figure out some measurements for the shocks. To do that, I've flipped the retaining plates over. The retaining plates that hold the differential in also have shock mounts built into them. Originally, the Nova had one shock mount leaning forward, one shock mount coming from the rear. General Motors did that for some reason, I don't know what. But we're gonna put them both in the forward area. There's enough room there to still run the exhaust, be out of the way, not have to affect the tank or cut out the floor. But to get those measurements, instead of putting the rear end housing back in, I've got a couple of magic zip ties or flex cuffs, as I used to call them. And I'm going to just zip tie these plates up where they need to be. And that will give me an idea of where the shocks are gonna sit. And is that too tight? Okay, I'll loosen it later. And then I'll put that upper shock mount in. Okay, so the upper shock mount that I just fabbed up over in our new fabrication department, which is right over there. In the middle of all that, we had our first mess, first fire, first spill, first burn, new shop. New shop life, baby.
Turbo 400 is coming out. Also, this is just a random converter that was laying around from the person that we borrowed the transmission from. So we're going to have a much better match made in heaven when we get our gear started, which is happening now. Luckily, since it's the same transmission going in that's coming out, same case, should just bolt right up. Famous last words. Okay, so there's very few things that I consider stealing and taking home with me and like sneaking them on the plane. This is one of them. So this is a Gear Star transmission. While all Gear Star transmissions are super nice, this one is exceptionally nice. So if you remember in episode 1 of the Nova, we weren't able to put this beautiful piece of jewelry in the car because it was being built. It's got some special parts in it. So this is a Turbo 400 that's gonna be a direct bolt into what we have. However, what's internal to this is exceptional. So on the outside here, we have a Reed SFI bell housing, case, and tail housing. So SFI is a safety piece. That way, if something internal were to explode, it's gonna do a much better job than a stock case of keeping everything inside of it. So this is a really, really important upgrade. We have a billet aluminum forward and direct drum. We have a billet aluminum valve body with a pro brake in it. So we're gonna have a trans brake for the car once we get to a point that we need for that. We've got a 300M shaft, meaning that it's just a really nice piece. We've got a 210/140 gear set in it, meaning it's gonna be really good for what we're gonna be doing on the track. This is designed for later on in the life cycle of this Nova, where we're putting a lot of power to it. It's rated, they built it for 1,500 horsepower. I have it in my 55, very similar combination. It'll take a lot of power, but this is going to handle our 1,500 horsepower we hope to have one day and plan to have. We also have the custom yank converter up here that for now is designed to pair with the engine that we have. And it's finally time. We're gonna put this in and get it in, and I'm gonna just keep smiling because this is a great piece from Gear Star. Holy smokes, I did one push. It was the exact right height, and it just planted itself. I should go play the lottery. Okay. Yep. Heavy. No, that's... No, it's calculated.
You're gonna put it on her balance is way off.
It was totally calculated. It's just... Now get the vote. As entertaining as that was, we're gonna take the car up so Lucky can work on the back and I can work on the front.
Okay, so we were waiting for a few parts, mainly the correct wheel tubs. They finally showed up today, and I am back to hacking. I'm sorry, doing surgical incisions into the inner wheel wells to remove the old stuff and install the new stuff. Cover me, I'm going in. Okay, so I have the inner wheel well roughed in, basically. I've cut out just about enough space to get it in there. There's a couple of spots that are interfering. I like to fit it in there just to get a visual of where it's all gonna sit. And then I use some self-tapping screws just to zip it in. Those will all be removed and then welded in location. Then I'm gonna actually get a piece of metal, break it in the middle, use a shrinker and stretcher, work it around the corner. It's the same way I did my car. I'll weld that in, put some seam sealer on it, and then I think we'll be ready to hit the road. Rockers all set?
Rockers
You
on.
put the heads on since last time I was here. You've done a lot of stuff.
Well, you were having me go up, down,
Yeah, yeah.
up, down. So half of it
The
went
lift
on.
has carpal tunnel now.
It does.
So you ready for your distributor?
Yeah.
And you set it atop the center?
Well, we did.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, we did.
If only I had a distributor.
Well, looks like you might have one.
Boom! We got one right here.
Oh, where'd that come from?
Like sorcery.
Dang.
Sorcery. We confirmed when the heads were off that TDC was actually true TDC.
You know me.
Okay, and when I drop the distributor in, I generally take the rotor and I point it right at the #1 spark plug. If it's a Ford, it points this direction. If it's a Chevy, it points this direction. And let's just see.
Do we need a new gasket?
No, it's not that old. In some instances, you may have to use a flathead screwdriver and realign the oil drive rod, but we lucked out. It lines up perfectly. Okay, I have just spent the entire day welding, finishing up all the stuff in the trunk. The wheel wells are actually installed. If you've been following this build, we've been going back and forth with these wheels. Rear wheels on this thing have been a little bit of an issue with clearance, and then some of them were ours, and then we found out we may have inadvertently borrowed some from another show. I don't know. So fortunately for us, somebody was doing a little snooping around on the online marketplace and came up with an excellent deal, super cost-effective, not cheap, cost-effective, sticky tires on billet specialties with the correct back spacing. That doesn't happen every day, but it did happen today. And they have air. Okay, so assuming these fit, and I'm very confident they will, short of a few adjustments, quite a few adjustments, and putting the exhaust back in, a couple of other small things like, I don't know, front seat, back seat, interior, other wheel, drive shaft, just a couple of small things. Short of that, next time you see us, we're gonna be at the track emitting smoke equally from both rear wheel areas. We made it, we're here from Moso Drag Strip, beautiful Bakersfield, California.
We've got to do a lot with the Nova this year, but this time, hopefully, it does better than when we had it at Irwindale.
Oh yeah, we're still working on that baseline.
And it ran like a 9.7 in the 8th mile, not the quarter. You remember that?
We're gonna do that again today.
No, in the quarter.
In the quarter.
No, just kidding. We can only wish. So there's been quite a few modifications since the last time we got our initial baseline on it. Went through the engine.
Yep, absolutely. New stuff under the hood, ISKI cam, valve geometry has been calculated correctly.
Yep, everything feels better. We also found some stuff with the ignition.
Right, it was mystery ignition.
It was a mystery ignition. We've since changed distributor.
Right.
Timing set, it's good.
Seems to be working well.
And that was two of the concerns that we had in there.
Well, wait, that and the mystery transmission we had in it before.
My concern was getting it out because I wanted to put the beautiful gear star piece in that we had. We have a brand new Turbo 400 built for way more horsepower than this currently has. That's okay because one day we're gonna need it.
Not today, though.
No, but in the meantime, we do have a converter that's matched to the engine combination that we have. So we should see a little bit of improvement there as well because that was definitely a mystery converter.
Right. This one seems to flash to a good RPM and then hook up, so.
We also have a trans brake now, which is a nice addition to our GearStar transmission, a full manual valve body so we can actually shift this thing. Shifter's still not changed, so we'll see how that all goes today. But other than that, you did a lot of work in the back of the car.
I cut out the little wheel wells and I put in some big fat wheel wells.
Well, semi-fat wheel wells.
I'm sorry.
mediocre wheel
I
wells.
put some medium wheel wells in here and took out the smalls.
They do look really good, though. That's something you finished up a little bit after because we ran out of time, but
Yeah.
they look good. Right now, we don't currently have the wheel wells filled up to what they can be.
Right.
Again, we're future-proofing. However, in the meantime, you'll notice that we do have a tire and wheel improvement.
Now, once again, some mediums.
Some medium meats. So we do have some Billis specialty wheels. In the back, we do have an actual Mickey Thompson radial on it. So should be an improvement from what we had.
Absolutely, stay sticky with Mickey.
I like that. But I think for now, we need a baseline, see how our suspension's working, hopefully, finally get a little bit of an idea. And then that always leaves us with room for improvements at a later date.
Making a list.
Checking it twice, kind of find out lucky's not nice.
How dare you? Okay, so the Nova's fired up, running. We did actually have to hook up a couple of things, a tachometer, some gauges, some wires that come out under the dash, but set the air pressure, mess with the cowl tracks just basically to get a base setting. Think it's dialed in? We're gonna find out. This is our maiden voyage under full power with a potentially operating suspension. I think the plan is not put it on kill the first pass, sort of a shakedown, but every time Alex does a shakedown, it ends up being like the best pass of the day, so.
That was so much better. I'm very happy with that.
First pass, 13, 18, 106. Didn't leave hard, didn't put a lot of heat into it. She just went for a nice drive down the track, and it's already running 13s, 106.
Let's see what the time was. 13, 18. Okay, I'll take that. I mean, I'm okay with that. 106 miles an hour. Can't wait to see what the 8th mile time is so we can compare that. But finally, like when we took it out to Irwindale, one of the most disappointing parts, other than the time, was the fact that it was breaking up, and it didn't. So like, I'm very happy with that.
Hey, did we ever check for full throttle?
No.
Can you hold this for me?
Okay, let's look at the 8th mile
Why
time.
don't you look at that, and I'll look at this.
Pull
the hood release.
There's not one.
All right.
So 8th mile was 8:57. Previously, I think our best was a 19. That's really good. You want me to push the throttle?
Can you step on the gas pedal to the floor and hold it down all the way? Okay, yeah, we get full throttle.
Okay. But overall, like the shifts felt so firm. Transmission feels really good. The top end is so much better than it was. It's not breaking up. I'd like to just full throttle off the line, stay into it, and then we can get a better baseline on where it's currently at, and then we could look at if we can make any adjustments to it.
Now it's a party. So you can see she put some heat in the tire back there, and you actually see in the track where the hot rubber was laid down right over the traction compound. Almost exact number. So a little bit faster, 13:03.
I think we should look the car over, make sure it's all good still.
Right, yeah, I think I smell
I smell something.
Yeah.
Oil.
Our beaks are in tune.
But I am much happier with this than I was at Irwindale.
Cool.
I wonder if that's an old oil leak. Like maybe there was some in the cross member or something, because it looks clean and dry in here.
Let's look under the car. Oh, no, it looks like it's just the fan bolt, like the drain plug.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I think it's the drain plug. There's potential. There's residue, but I'm going to check it just to see. And if it's not, we'll continue investigating. It's not. We'll continue investigating. All right, so we checked it out. Not an incredible leak. Dried it up, get an idea of where it may be coming from. But we have to go faster and quicker, as always. So right now, it's currently got a max timing of 32 degrees when we're full throttle going down the track. So we're gonna increase it by 2 degrees and get it where hopefully it leaves off the line harder, comes up on the converter better. We'll increase until we get a happy point there. And then I talked to Nolan from Iski. We'll start working on shifting a little bit higher. He designed the cam to shift around 6,000 RPM. I was shifting around 5,500. So we have a game plan, and that's the most important part. Lucky?
The distributor advances centrifugally when you accelerate above 3,000 RPMs. The distributor should be fully advanced. We're thinking it's set at 32. Hopefully it did move. We'll check that first. If it's still at 32, we're gonna put a couple more points into it, bump it up to 34, lock the distributor back down, go out there and do a tire fryer.
Fire. Okay, as long as it's doing both, that's fine. Where is it at?
It's right about 32.
Okay.
It might be more like 31. It's kind of hard to really tell. But let me crank her up again. $3,000.
We'll try that. It looks like about 34, but the marks on the balancer aren't super accurate. It looks like it's a couple points above what it was before. It was 32. It looks 33, 34-ish.
And with that, folks, we're gonna give her a try. Always put your visors down.
Definitely milking it for a couple more RPM. Is it? Could it be? Exact same thing.
1301, that's insulting. That's so close to a 12. We need to do something different.
Yeah. Should we let it cool off or just get back in line?
Well, I think we should let it cool. We should get lunch. And then you have something hiding over in the corner.
Oh, maybe. You never can tell. I mean, this is a supernova,
I see what you did there.
right?
That's out of this world.
Right.
Maybe a
and
different
it's
galaxy?
Maybe from a different galaxy.
Yeah. All right, so Lucky is finally gonna make a pass in the wagon. Sorry, I can't talk. Sometimes 13-year-old boys rev their motors like that in their go-karts. Last time we had this out when we took it to Cars and Coffee, if you guys remember, it was a one-tire fire, one-wheel peel, whatever you want to call it. Sounds great going down the road and all that, but it's not, we've not seen a burnout from it. That was good, and we've also not seen a quarter-mile pass. So we're gonna see what this thing does. We'll see. We'll see what Lucky does. Finally, we see a good burnout out of it. Lucky's put a 9-inch in it with a true track. Pretty good setup. So we're gonna see how he's gonna do here. About this is it's all EFI. Oh, nice, 1322. Okay, I guess that's 1335. So that's a great race for the Nova. So were you full throttle?
No, not really.
You don't think so?
Yeah. I mean, at the top, I could have stayed in a little bit longer.
Was that on the race mode?
Track, yeah.
Track shifting.
What do they call it? Sport mode.
Sport mode.
Sport mode, yeah.
Okay.
I am race mode. This was sport mode.
I did not like that. We'll see how this goes. You tricky son.
What happened?
You lifted. You're sandbagging.
I just kind of had to. It was literally a
Oh,
little
really
vibration
was?
in the back.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I might do is adjust my pinion angle on this next pass. I'm gonna go with,
You want me to look? Okay.
I think that's it right there.
All right, you want to make another one?
yeah, one more.
'Cause I don't trust you. Okay, consistent once again.
Okay, we are testing these brakes today. Drum brakes, just so you know, you got about 3 passes before they're too hot to work anymore. And that was the 3rd pass right there.
I think we should go to a bracket race with this car.
Okay.
Why don't you go cool this thing off? I have just got word, however, we probably can't run a side-by-side race.
Well,
Because
we really can't argue with them.
But I have an idea.
What? We'll
Foot race, let's go.
We'll race the clock.
Foot race.
Foot race? I ain't foot racing nobody. Okay, so it's getting boring running 13s consistently. It's sounding good, leaving good, looking good. It's just getting boring. So we took the air cleaner off. That's going to create a leaner condition, potentially making a little more horsepower, possibly creating a fire hazard. Let's see. Whipping on it right now, and that's going to be our best pass. A 1278 at 100. Is that a 9?
It had a stutter off of the line, which definitely killed the 60. I mean, we lost stuff on the 60 right there. But it liked the 6,000 RPM shift point. Will the 6,000 RPM shift point be enough to overcome the stutter on the line? We shall see. As soon as I get to that scoreboard, which is happening shortly. Oh, those sons of a guns, they turned the scoreboard off. I bet you that means it's a 12. You guys think you're sneaky. What was that?
What? Was that a horn?
You turned the scoreboard off.
What?
The scoreboard's off.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so is it a 12?
No, I mean, that would be crazy to have a car put together in just a couple of days and taking it to track and running at 12. Yeah, right, here.
Oh, was it? Hang on. Okay, let me see that. Whoa, holy cow! 1278.
Your excitement is contagious.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, 12s, man.
Nice job, dude.
That's how we roll.
Wow. I'm actually super impressed because I was having conversation coming back. I said, you know what, off the line, it stuttered, but it felt so strong at that 6,000 RPM shift point that I was
seemed
like
the sweet spot. Yeah.
I said, I wonder if that'll be enough to overcome the stutter.
I think 6,000 is the magic number because it bang second gear, bang third. It sounded great.
I mean,
going down the track. Yeah.
that was great. So I'd say overall the changes we made really good. I think that this car is really on the right track. For reference to Irwindale, our best time at Irwindale, which was an 8th mile, was like I think it was a 19, like a 9.1 something in the 8.
Yeah, I remember we stopped looking at that.
Here, it's an 8.3.
We can't leave here with just one 12-second.
Oh,
ticket.
no. And it's running really good still.
Okay, so we started out 32 points, 32 degrees advance, went to 34. We just bumped it up to 36, maybe 36 and a half. We're going crazy over here at the racetrack. Air cleaner off. She's going to put a couple more RPMs into it before each shift. See what happens. She loves to do those rolling burnouts.
Exhilarating.
Quarter-mile time, 12.76 at 108.69. The fastest pass of the day, the fastest pass of that car's life. And it's a good time. Let's go watch Alex yell right now. Come on.
Did they turn the scoreboard off? Those little sneaky suckers.
Hello.
Okay, hang on. I gotta figure out this ratchet shifter.
First of all, I'm sorry. What do you think you did? No, you did the best pass of the day.
Dude, okay,
That's
so
really
it's
good, huh?
consistent.
Yeah.
It's consistent. So 1276, 108. Okay.
What was your 8th before?
Oh, look at the 8. That's way better. That's an 829.
Mm-hmm.
Before, I think it was an 8. Hang on. I think it was an 8.4 something. Oh, yeah, 840. At least we can say we backed it up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice.
12-second car. Cool. Put those in your laptop. Download that information into your laptop there. Well, that is it for this episode of Hot Rod Garage.
I actually feel very good about this car.
Do you?
Yeah. Well, I mean, just think about it. I mean, we were standing in this spot about 43 minutes ago talking about the fact that we have a new lease on life.
On life.
Yeah, we actually have a shop now.
We did. We got the shop.
We got the shop.
We got the shop.
We got the car.
Yes.
We got some time slips. And I'm not upset.
It's a win-win-win.
Well, the last time we left the track, it was rather disappointing. The car wasn't running good. The times weren't the times were definitely
Last time we
reflecting
left
that.
the track, we barely got to the track.
You're correct.
Okay.
And this time we got to the track, made lots of passes, and then ran some good numbers.
Absolutely, and the car still runs great, sounds great. Cleat probably hasn't seen all the stains we've been leaving all over the place.
It's not that bad.
All right.
So just as a reminder, we've said it once, we'll say it again, we'll say it another time after that. This car's whole goal is to be a platform that we're building off of that's going to be a very streetable race car. Going in steps is part of that process, and along the way, putting parts in that will be building blocks for the next level.
Right. Speaking of parts, do we have a few people we need to thank?
Iski Racing Cams, thank you.
It worked amazingly.
The cam worked amazing. All of the lifters, the push rods we got from them, springs, everything was set up, happy, and it really did good with its shift point.
Sure, our friends over at Gearstar.
Oh, Gearstar. Gearstar and Iski, you were my
Where do we
best
start?
friends today.
Gearstar, yeah.
It's a tear. It was so amazing. Putting this transmission in the car was almost hard because it's such a gorgeous piece. It's also one that's gonna live on for the duration of the car because this is built to handle up to about a 2,000 horsepower plus.
Yeah, I've heard about 2,000 horsepower. I've never seen it.
We're not gonna see it with this, but we're gonna get a lot more out of it than what we are now.
8 times.
Yeah, so Gearstar, you rock, thank you. Good firm shifts and a trans brake, that's always fun.
Yep.
And we also need to be pretty darn glad we got a shop again, thank you.
Oh, sure.
Not you.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank
you.
you. Thank
All right.
us, thank we.
Exactly.
Thank
we didn't lose the shop.
We didn't lose the shop, that is a fact. And then one last thank you to beautiful Famoso Drag Strip in Bakersfield, right?
Beautiful Bakersfield. It's Famoso Drag Strip in beautiful Bakers, California. The cue card is
You
right there.
messed it
It's
up.
right there.
There's another one. It's not Bakers, California. It's Bakersfield.
I said Bakersfield.
You said Bakers.
It's because I'm hungry and there's cake over there. I think.
All right, regardless, thank you, Cleat and crew, for not running us off. But we have gotten better at bringing cars that don't leak on his track. So
That is
thank
true.
you. Thank me.
Good times.
Thank we. Thank you guys for watching. With that said, this is going to be it for this
Wait,
episode.
Do you have social media?
I actually do. Mine is Alex Taylor Racing, and do you?
That's crazy. I also have social media. I'm Mobile Tech Lucky on everything.
And we are Hot Rod Garage Show.
Bring it
Where?
wherever.